Inkproducts.com has now released a new refill kit with refillable cartridges for the Sawgrass SG400 and SG800. Now in this video I'm going to show you get everything you need in the kit. You get the sublimation ink, the cartridges, and these are reusable cartridges. Okay, now you'll get a complete set of syringes to fill them. And now in this video I'm going to show you how simple it is. I mean, it's so simple. Now I always build a little box like this. I use this as my little refill station because then I don't have to hold the cartridges, don't have to worry about falling all over. So I do suggest you do that. And there's basically the air plug hole that you can leave that in, and then you take and open the fill hole. That's it. So basically you're going to fill that right on up to about, I would say, ½ an inch from the top. That's it. Then you're going to put it in cartridges. Now they hold about 29 milliliters of ink. The refillables hold 60 milliliters of ink with the color, and the black being wider holds about 80 milliliters of ink. So that's a lot of ink. I've already got a set in there. I'm also going to show you the waste box, and we have a chip that goes on that waste box. So you don't have to keep spending, you know, $20 or $30 for a new waste box. And I'll show you what's inside of it. Now when you first put them in, you're going to get error message that they're not OEM, and what you got to do is just keep hitting enter, and then you'll be able to print. Every now and then you got to do that. It's the only way to get around their chip lockout. So let me go show you how simple it is to fill it. I've got the syringe filled with some ink, and just take your time. You slowly add it. You don't want to add it too fast because you want to create a lot of bubbles. Go back over. See, it's holding the bottle for me, so I can do this basically one-handed. And you can pull up the ink, and you're going to go over and continue to fill it. And fill it up again, and just about ½ inch right there. You don't want to go any higher because the ink will dribble out the fill hole. Now when the cartridges are in, the big plug goes in, but that little plug must come out. You got to get air into that cartridge, otherwise it'll starve the printhead. Any ink left in the syringe you can return to the ink bottle. An 800 have a little waste box here, and then you got to replace that from time to time because it'll fill up with ink that you use from cleaning the printhead. They get anywhere from $20, $30, $35 for it, but we can show you a simple way, a very inexpensive way to keep using the box. Now what I did is I took a X-Acto knife, I went along the edge of the box. Now to put it back on, I used a piece of black electrical tape. Now you can get an extra chip from us. They're not expensive. It's a lot cheaper than replacing this box, because on the box there's the chip. Now you're going to take that little mushroom off of I call it a mushroom off here, and then the new chip will slide in. Then in the package with the new chip, we give you glue dots. Basically what they do, you put one on each side, slide the chip in, it keeps the chip in. Now I'm going to take the tape off momentarily just so I can show you inside the box. It's compressed cotton. Actually, you could go and get sponge, cut up sponge, and put it in there from any of the stores. Right there, it's little compressed cotton pads. The ink squirts in here, goes into the pad, and that's it. And that's what you're going to be paying $35 for. or 30, whatever. So I just used the X-Acto knife, took the top off. I can put it right back on again, and the electric tape on each side holds it in. So if I ever want to replace it, I could replace it with, I think, sponge. You can cut up a little sponge, put it in there, that'll hold the ink from sloshing around, and that's all you need. There again, you can go to inkproducts.com, and we have that chip. Now, so I've gotten questions. Does the chip wear out? Well, I found that the chip will just keep the same as the cartridges. They won't show the ink level, but it just lets you keep printing. So I guess the box, every now and then you check it. You won't have to replace the chip every time. And if you needed to, we got them. They're not expensive. It's very hard on this LED to screen here. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. It's hard to read it, but it gives you all kinds of, and it'll come on your computer screen too, if there's a problem. But you can see I have, let me pull it out. I have the little plug open here. Close it up. Now every time I do that, I'm going to have to hit the enter button to say, yeah, I want to use the cartridge. And I've done some printing. We have a new type of paper. We call it Color Lock. I've tested it. Months and months of testing I went through to find a good paper. Paper I could use on all kinds of stuff. You know, whether it be mugs. Here's a little mug I did using the paper. Awesome. T-shirt. Mouse pads. And I've used it on just about everything. I even took a piece of old synthetic material. I just cut it out and I put it in. And I got awesome. Between the Ultra Pro True Color Sublimation Ink 2, which is roll to roll and sheet to sheet, constantly consistent, American made ink, the best you can buy. And most times you don't even need a profile. It's that good. Now with the new Color Lock paper, and what I found out, a lot of papers, both sides, you don't know what side to print on. Well, on this side, it's marked what side to print. You print on this side, not the other side. So you'll see that when you get it. It's a good price on it, and it works really well. Like I said, I did mouse pads. I ran some large tests with the new Color Lock paper, and it's just awesome. To run some of the Color Lock paper off, and I'm going to use their program, their design program or print program that comes with it, which I think is awesome. And okay, now I'm going to leave it at high quality. I even left it when I did a photo on high quality. It worked fine. Then it gives you a lot of choices here, like the type you're going to be putting on, like mug, mouse pads. You can choose whatever you want. And then it says the True Pick Classic. It's got some sublimation paper in there. I've tried them all. They're all basically the same. It'll work with the Color Lock. So that's up to you. But you can do a lot with this. I mean, you really can. This program is fairly easy and fairly simple. For ceramic, which is the mugs that I've been doing, you can set it for mouse pads, and there's your polyester. So it gives you a lot of choices, and it already sets a lot of it up. So that's why I said with profiling, I didn't find I had to do any. Now there again, you got to set it to mirror, okay? Because otherwise it'll come out so you can read it, and you don't want that. Let's start up. Now we'll go over to the printer and watch it come out. Sometimes I have to hit enter because it keeps telling me every now and then that I'm not using the original cartridges. And that's all I did to set it up. Now I left it on the ceramic mug, but I guess I could have went to polyester fabric. does an awesome job. Here it comes now. There we go. You grab it and turn it around. See what I mean? Look at it. Instant dry. I mean, it's already dry. But the quality is just, that's our black with our Ultra Pro. Solid blacks. Awesome colors. This is under our new Color Lock sublimation paper. And that's what I used to print it out on that scrap piece of synthetic, because you can't use cotton. And it was awesome. I mean, this is just awesome. No profiling, no nothing. So go to inkproducts.com for the latest refill kit with our Color Lock sublimation paper and our Ultra Pro True Color sublimation ink. We make it for Epson or Sawgrass, which is Rico.